Okay, so first of all, alleys are funny places that not everybody walks, do they? And so these are the, you might say, the unknown areas. It's like if you walk down the alley, anything can happen. Somebody can jump you, whatever. Batman can be there, and, you know, with his Batmobile, you don't know. Okay, so, and the Joker can be there too. So, alleys are a little bit suspicious, and there are many alleys in cities and you know, neighborhoods and whatever, and it's kind of dark and eerie. It's the unknown, isn't it? And so now something shows up while you're in the alley, this little chicken that's kind of feeble and what have you. And so yeah, the chicken is very interesting. Kind of like rabbits in a way, you know. There's an old saying, scared as a rabbit, or your chicken. You know, if you saw Back to the Future, Junior in the movie didn't like to be called chicken, etc. So these give you a little hint to the play. And then you've got the cat there too. Cats like birds and whatever, but he's squeezing out the moisture in there, the water, whatever. And so basically basically denotes emotion, doesn't it? Squeezing out the emotion, just wants the meat, but doesn't want the emotional part. Okay, so there's something being shown to you there. And so I would say also that, you know, we all have fear in us. And as long as we're here, there's going to be fear, because this is a fear-based realm, and creation is basically fear-based with cause and effect, because we don't know what's going to happen next. And so the vulnerable little five bodies, they take in the fear unconsciously all the time. And plus, we're bombarded with fear and distortion constantly. This is the big thing that keeps people in control, and that they're afraid to even become more aware, because they don't want to let go of the fear. They're thinking that in a way that they're safer with the fear than going through it and, you know, dealing with it. And so, because it is scary, it's all scary. So there's little hints there, but I see that, you know, in your unknown parts there, you know, this is being kind of taken care of in its own way. You're facing it in your own way. And the cat is interesting, you know, very, very interesting. I've had many cats in my life. I've always liked cats, always really liked cats. And the reptilians basically created the cats to guard their palaces, because they were very intuitive and psychic. They created them this way. And through the evolution of cats, they've become what they have as pets to people. But there's more to cats than that. And a good reference is some of Kevin's experiences, where in the future, the cat people, you know, they become such that they take over, etc. And they're very clever. See, they're very clever, and they get people to allow them to be seduced, is what they do. But people think that's cute. Oh, I keep feeding the cat, and the cat's my friend. I like the cat likes me. But you see, that's the pet view. What is the real view? What is really going on here, etc.? So that little mystery part has many parts to it, and there's always more to it. And as things are being unveiled, Kevin's experiences are one, but there's many more. You'll be shown that how this is taking place because of the agreement with all this. Look at how people are with their animals, etc. How they submit to them, how they give their whole life to them almost. When the animal dies, they just break down, many people, etc. Does this make sense? Look at the control there, etc. So, you know, as we go through all our experiences, they're a step at a time, and we learn what not to do. So my view, let's say, of cats now is different. I'm not interested in having them as pets. I'm not interested in feeding them, whatever, because like the birds, they can go figure it out for themselves. Otherwise, the owner and the slave, the owner and the cat are basically slaves to each other. But we've grown up in this society thinking that that's so, that, oh, we were to do this, oh, it's a homeless cat, or it's a homeless dog or whatever. Yeah, you can help something out, but really they need to have their experience like we do. They need to earn their way, etc. But it's interesting, the experience that you're having, but it shows you a little piece of that, you see, because we're all being to being, and seeing a different view of all this. So I went through that too. I went through these things, and I still have to deal with it, etc. But I look at the birds as the best example for anything, and that is they go out there self-sufficient. They aren't sitting there pecking at people's doors begging for food. They don't do that. They go do their thing. And just like humans, like we, basically the idea is to support ourselves. Everything supports itself. So that's the bigger view, and that's why we're here. But in the meantime, we go through all these experiences until we figure it out, or we just stay with old routines. And I used to feed the cats and had the poo boxes and all that. It's like, forget it. And especially here, hey, they've got the whole wilderness, and cats originally and dogs that like horses and other animals, they eat grass. They've been geared to, dog food and cat food. It's like pizza to them, etc. And that's why they get sick and illnesses and all these different things, because of all the ingredients that's there. And so again, I see them as unique. Everything is unique, and there can be a transition taking place. And I'm just adding this to your experience, but there's a bigger view to everything. And so Paul, he knew this cat, Jadu, that he said could soul travel, etc. Well, I don't know if Paul left out, tuna fish for him every night. I would say no, but he knew him. But Jadu took care of himself, etc. And in this world, this is the idea that we're presenting here, and that is to be self-sufficient and being to being. So take a look at that objectively, and what you see with it, with yourself, and how you relate to this unknown area, you see, because it deals with you. We all need to see what's going on, because again, just like your experience and many others, and what Jeremy had talked about, etc., there's so much that we have created and agreed to for lifetimes. And it's not about lifetimes. It's all about now. And so we break it down into lifetimes and sections and ideas according to, our literal mind, because this is how we've been set up. But realistically, it's an all view that all of us have when we decide to see it. And then we can decide to keep that going, keep it there, or, it's like weeds in your garden. You can keep them there and grow them, or you can pull them out or whatever, and manicure your garden the way you want to. And it's the same with ourselves and our consciousness according to what life is. So there's a lot there, and there's a lot of eye openers for all of us while we're here and going through this process, until we're able to truly recognize the all is. But there's more to it than that. Okay, that's just the first part. But again, but we're all going through whatever it is to wake up and see what's really taking place. And this is not according to the ideas we have, because we make those things up. Those things are made up, and we're so used to making things up that becomes our reality, when in fact it is not a reality. It is just something we make up. So whatever idea we have of something, and just like how the earth is and how it's being controlled and ruined, these are ideas that people make up. And so the challenge is for those that are aware to see, and decide what to do. So, because we have all these cute little connotations from the religious and political systems that control the earth. They're saying God's a good thing, and this is this, and this is Savior, and, be nice and all these things. Fine, whatever. But when you look at all those ideas, all that documentation, all the words you've heard, and compare it to the sun. What is more real? So is it that you want these cute little sayings and feelings and add emotion to them, and these relationships make you feel good? Is that what you want? You want a feel good thing? And basically in our speech, the idea is that, oh, I feel this, I feel that. See, it's all geared to feeling. And if there's no feeling there, okay, then there must be something wrong, or you have no feeling, or you don't care. But is awareness ever referred to in conversations? For the most part, no. You know, people can say, well, I'm aware of that, I know that. But I'm talking about the awareness, the real awareness. And it's not, is it? And even going through all the spiritual programming and whatever, etc., is that really the main point? No, it's really not. It's all these little cute little things, and that you should do this or that, or be vegetarian, or, you know, be nice to your neighbors and all that stuff. Well, you know, again, like the birds, it's a given. They don't really bother anybody. It's a given. They don't have to be told. They don't have to read books and stuff like that. They instinctively know what to do, and that is to survive without harming the environment they're in, but just kind of doing what they're doing. And it's not a perfect lifestyle, but it's better than what the humans have chosen. So each one of us is seeing, just like your experience and everybody else's. Jeremy's here today. See how it all complies. See it all, how it all comes together here. And so, yes, these are views, but you want a comparison, and the sun is the best representative of what the is, and to be recognized. And so this is just part of the journey, very small, but yes, as we go along, because we have this social embeddedness within us, that, you know, the rights and wrongs, the do's and don'ts, and the morals, and all these things, all these ideas, we've been bombarded with all these ideas, and trying to sort them out into where, oh, this one's real, this one isn't, this one's good, this one's bad. See, it just keeps you on the game board confused. But once you learn to see what's real and have that comparison, then you see what's going on. And then you can decide to, you know, while you're in creation, provide something that's more fun and makes sense with the environment taking place here. So, because again, this is not confession here. We're not confessing anything. It's we are each experiencing something and sharing it and getting a better idea of what's really taking place, instead of the fronts that have been created and shoved at us to, you know, finally just agree because it's shoved at us everywhere. But you have awareness, and you are the decider. This is what's so cool. So we have a very unique position here, but it's a huge challenge, and most people cannot see it, and they will not continue because they just think it's a literal something like everything else.